right, guys, we are hanging out backstage here at Silk Auditorium for an interview with Shinedown. Could I have you introduce yourself to our viewers?
Hey viewers, I'm Brent Smith, lead singer of the band Shinedown, or lead yeller, or the guy that screams at the audience, however you want to look at it.
You had a lot of trouble early on getting exposure on Top 40 and on MTV, and you kind of had to rely on just touring. How did that affect you guys, and I guess what's the change been like now that, you know, people are discovering you for the first time?
You know, there were people in the record industry that looked at us and said, you will be lucky if you sell 10,000 records. You'll be lucky. Those people don't work in the music business anymore. And the reality of that is because they got sloppy and didn't think that a band from Jacksonville, Florida could crawl and drag themselves through any kind of scenario in any type of situation. There's nothing I haven't seen.
Second Chance has really taken off. It's become your biggest single to date. What's this been like?
I've always told people, you'll get your whole life to do your first record, you're going to get about 6 months to do your second one, which was exactly what happened to us. So with the rush of the second album and then right back on tour for another 19 months of touring the second album, when I got off the road, I remember looking at Barry and just saying, I'm gonna go away for a little while, man. And he didn't really quite know what to think of that, you know, because I needed to fall back in love with music. I had kind of fallen out of love with it, which was very, you know, it was kind of devastating for me. And then all of a sudden, it came back. Second Chance was one of the very first songs that was actually written, and it was one of these things where I guess I had put up a lot of walls for a long, long time, but with Second Chance, it was a way of just, you know, letting go of some feelings that I had had for a long, long time, and I think a lot of people identify with it.
If I haven't heard of you, why do I need to come listen to Shinedown?
Because quite frankly, it's the most honest thing that I know. I've always said that this band, you know, has a heartbeat. It's almost like it's alive, and what I mean by that is like the actual name. It's a lot bigger than us, and it'll tell us if it's not in a good mood. And I know that sounds very odd and very strange, but it's the truth. I mean, that's why the lineup changed, and because it had to, otherwise it would have died.
And I don't know if you've been outside, but there are like hundreds of people lined up on each side. How does that make you feel? I mean, do you ever kind of look out and be like, whoa, look at all those people?
The reality of it is a Shinedown fan is about the most diehard person I've ever met. And they respect it because we respect them. I've always said the same thing about our fans, and that's we only have one boss. It just happens to be everybody in the audience. So, I mean, all the respect goes to them. All the, you know, the reason we're on the stage in the first place is because of them.
Do you think people treat you differently because you're famous?
I don't see it. I mean, I believe that I'm a role model. Like, I don't think that you should get, like, if you're going to get into this and you really got something to say, then people want to see what they came to see. You know, they want to see a strong person on stage. Being the front man, you know, you have a duty to give them every single ounce of who you are. We definitely feel like we're role models when we're up there, and we want to project, you know, a positive environment, you know, with the show. Like, we don't cuss, and we're not really into you know, really, it's hard to say. The dictionary is really big. There's a lot of words in there. It's just a turn off, man, you know, coming to some shows and just seeing, you know, that the lack of vocabulary. But, you know.
Any names maybe for that?
Nah, I can't do that.
I'm addicted to?
My son. He's everything to me. He saved my life. So I was massively addicted to cocaine for years. I had a $2,500 a day, or excuse me, not a day, I wouldn't be here. I had a $2,500 a week, or every 5 days usually, habit. I was also addicted to Oxycontin for years, a good like 400 milligrams up my nose every day. And I was in bad shape. And the day that I found out that he was coming, you know, it all changed for me. The moment he was born, he saved me from my vanity, and he saved me from my selfishness, and he made me realize that it's no longer about me anymore. And he's put more focus back into my life and given me more of an appreciation for life than anything or anyone has ever done.
I would never.
Oh, crap. I would never sell someone out. I wouldn't rat someone out.
Never in a million years?
No.
No.
It's just not in my makeup. I would never sabotage anyone or, throw someone under the bus for my own gain. Or if I knew that someone, it's just not part of my makeup. And I don't think it's part of any of these guys' makeup. It's just loyalty is a big thing with me and has been for a long time. Where case in point, some people go, well, yeah, but you've had to let people go and you've had to, do these things. And I'm like, you're right, but they all knew that I was doing it.
So you're a good friend to have.
I would like to think so. I don't have a lot of friends. Like like when you meet someone and you go, and then like a couple, I know people that like they'll meet someone and they might have met them one time, or a couple of times here and there, and then they'll go, oh yeah, my friend. And I'm like, what do you mean your friend? You only met him once or met her just for an hour. She's your friend already. That always irks me for some reason. I'm like, I look at my friends like they're part of my family. So for me personally, it's just as if you're a friend to me, then that's just as much. That's just you're already family.
What advice would you give to other bands out there who want to do what you're doing, or even to people like me, and just if you have a dream and you want to make it, what advice would you give?
My mom and my dad are my biggest fans, and so is my granny. But she once told me a very, very simple but very good piece of advice. She said, if you wake up in the morning and you want to be a doctor, then go be a doctor. Just go be the best doctor you can be. If you wake up in the morning, you want to be a plumber, an accountant, an artist, a dancer, a restaurant owner, doesn't matter. If you have a dream, you have something you really, really want, then go do it. Don't talk about it, just go do it. Because and the thing is if you want to be great, that's awesome. But you got to go and be great. I got a question for you. How did you get this gig?
How did I get this gig? Well, I work for the Omaha Buzz. This is kind of weird. You want to take the mic?
Sure. Actually,
all right.
Let's do this proper.
Let's do it proper.
Hi, everyone. I'm Brent Smith from the band Shinedown, and this is the Omaha Buzz. I'm sitting here with my new friend, Bryan.
How you doing?
How are you?
It's good to meet you.
So I got one question that is lurking on all of our viewers' minds.
Shoot.
How'd you get this gig?
It really is a lot of hard work, like with you guys, because there's a lot of editing. We set up the interviews ourselves. We shoot the show. My arms will be dead by the end of the night because we'll be recording all a bunch of stuff. And the pay isn't great when you're starting out like here in Omaha, but you do it down the road. So it's really cool that bands like you who are established and have been doing this will take the time to talk to us. It really gives us a chance to get our stuff out there and get the attention. So
how old are you?
I'm 18.
Really?
Yep.
I was going.
Actually 19. My birthday was 2 days ago.
Well, happy birthday, man.
Sing me happy birthday. Happy
birthday to you. Come on, Barry, join in. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Bryan. Happy birthday to you.
Don't worry, there's plenty more where that came from. Come with me behind the scenes, backstage, and onto the tour bus to meet your favorite stars. We are backstage with Slipknot. I am here with my good friend, the American Idol, Chris Allen. I'll ask questions you've never heard before and show you the answers you won't find anywhere else. You said you're a Justin Timberlake fan.
No.
No? Maybe that wasn't you?
Oh my God, I shouldn't have smoked all that weed.
What do you like about Katy Perry?
Everything.
Happy birthday, dear Bryan.
Huge meaning or self-defining sort of thing.
I think we just lost one of our interviews. Rate, comment, and subscribe for new videos every week. Reporting for YouTube, I'm Bryan O'Dell.
BryanStars! BryanStars!
I'm the reason you go on tour.
You're the reason I'm here, baby.